Coach, you talked about being from a small town. Obviously, you're back in a small town. Does it feel good? Is it a positive? What's it feel like?
It feels great. It feels great to be here. I've had positive experiences everywhere I've been, and I've been lucky to be at great institutions with great people in great cities, and really excited about being in a town. Like I said, I've got 2 small boys. We're excited about them growing up in a yard with a lot of neighbors that want to play, and at the same time, we're excited about bringing recruits here that are drawn into this community, where people will welcome them with open arms and really want them to be here at Louisiana Tech.
This program was so close the last 2 years, 3 years to getting to the tournament. What do you got to do to get into it?
It's one of those great challenges. You play well the whole season. The conference tournament, it's why it's March Madness. You got to have a little luck on your side too. And so we just want to keep finding ways to improve. Enjoy that process of improvement to where you're getting that last rebound, that loose ball, because those are the little things that get you over the hump.
During your team meeting, who was missing? You insinuated that not everybody was there. Who wasn't there?
Well, there was a couple guys that, because we're in finals week, and a couple guys that ran home for something and coming back, but we've got everybody in individual meetings tomorrow where I'll meet with everybody.
Coach, obviously with your time in Florida, Coach Mike White just went to UF, and all the recruits that you guys have gotten there. It seems like there's a good pipeline between that state and this state. And with your time there, how much do you think that'll be able to help with your connections in that area?
We definitely want to mine Florida. It's a great state of talent. This is maybe an unofficial number. I think there was over 30 Division I signees in last year's class, and it's a great state for us to go to, from Jacksonville to Tampa, down through Fort Myers, including Orlando in the middle of the state, and then down to South Florida. There's just a lot of guys, and it's easy to get there, and they can see past success here at Louisiana Tech. So we want to be able to create that image in their mind that they can be the next.
What did you and Derek Jean talk about when y'all spoke?
We just reconnected. He's seen me in the gym before. He'd been to our team camp, and we just talked about my vision and how I saw him play, and we're just going to continue conversations and get to know each other.
What kind of questions did he ask you?
He just asked me again about what I thought of the plays, how I'm doing. Like, he's just a really nice kid.
Have you made contact with Justin Leon at all?
I'm reaching out to him today. I've not spoken to him yet, but I'm trying to reach him.
Since he's openly announced that he's reopening his recruitment, I don't know how that works. Since he's signed, you would have to get a release. But what's your pitch to him to try to lure him back in, I guess, if you will?
Well, I think there's a great opportunity here. We've lost 47% of our minutes played, and I think there's a great opportunity for him to come in and make an immediate impact.
Obviously, being in a small town, it's always a big deal to try to get local talent. How much, I guess, emphasis do you put on being able to bring in local guys, or do you say, look, if you're the best player, you're coming in, whether you're from across the country or from right here in the backyard?
Right. My job is to bring the very best we can get here. And if they're 10 minutes away or 10 hours away, we want to know about them, we want to find them, and we want to get the guys that fit Louisiana Tech the best. So that's really our charge, is to get the best guys for here.
When you were studying film, probably getting prepared for the job, what stood out to you the most about the roster?
I loved their intensity. They're very athletic. They played very, very hard. And as a coach, that's what you want. I think the greatest compliment of any coach is your guys play very, very hard. And I thought that's what this team has done, and was a big part of how they were so successful.
Having a senior guard, Alex Hamilton, from the state of Florida, were you aware of Alex coming out of high school? What can you say about his game, and what stands out to you the most?
I told Alex yesterday, I remember watching him play with the Alabama Challenge in AAU, and he's really grown. Like, physically, he's matured. I think he's gotten a little taller even, but he's become a great player, and I'm excited about coaching him.
Coach, you're a Wisconsin guy. You've been all over the country and in Florida. Have you had any experiences in Louisiana, and what's your initial impression of this area?
Well, like I said, the people have just been so warm and welcoming. I've been in Louisiana several times, and I'm really happy to call this home. Like I said, I grew up in a very small town, much smaller than Ruston, and I just really look forward to this type of family environment and bringing kids to campus so they can experience it as well.
I know you said the players were receptive, obviously, of you continuing the system. Did you sense that there was maybe a sigh of relief? Because I think they were really worried that someone might come in and change everything, especially some of the upperclassmen who aren't going to be here another 3-4 years. That they only have 1 or 2 years left. Did you kind of sense that when you spoke to him?
You know, I just anticipated that it would be that way. I played basketball too, and you know, a change is difficult. Change in head coach. If you're changing styles, that's difficult too. But I also know that Tommy had told them, hey, we're going to try to find the best head coach for you, one that fits you guys as well. And I think it's a great way to play. I think it fits here very, very well, and I'm excited to continue playing that way.
Of course, you played for Bo Ryan for a couple of years. Has he reached out to you, congratulated you on the job, kind of giving you some words?
You know, I've got 250 text messages right now. I've not opened, so I think so. But I'm going to get to those when the time comes. But he is a great. Let me tell you guys, Coach Bo Ryan is just one of the best. I am so excited to see the success he's had. I was at the Final Four games this year. He was so close, but he is an amazing coach, an amazing guy.
This is kind of follow up what I asked you before, but considering the success in the last 3 years, I guess, how will you handle the expectations of coming into a program like this that, like I said, has a lot of pieces coming back and will be expected to compete for another conference championship?
You know, I'm really used to that in the places I've been. At George Mason, when Coach Larinaga went there, they were, for 7 straight years, the losingest program in that conference, and 14 years later, they're the winningest program. So during my 7 years there, we had high expectations. And at Miami, those expectations had grown because of the success we'd had. I think expectations are great. I also believe no one's going to have more expectations of us than me. And I'm going to work extremely hard to make sure that we deliver on the court and put our guys in the best position possible to be successful.
You know, you had some experience working with some guards at Miami.
Yeah.
Shane Larkin obviously comes to mind to everyone who follows basketball in general and the NBA. Do you think some of those guys are excited that you've had some hands-on experience with some successful guards, especially guys like Hamilton and some of the younger guys that were brought in by Coach White to be successful here?
I think so. You know, we talked about that yesterday. A lot of the Floridians know about Shane. I do know I got a text from Shane, but we want to play. Our offensive style at Miami is very similar to the way they've played here. Heavy pick and roll team, transition, and we want to keep doing that. We want to put the ball in our guards' hands to make plays. I like how Eric McCree can pick and pop and be versatile on the perimeter. We've done all those types of things at Miami, and we'll keep doing them here. But we're gonna have a fun way to play for the guards, and I think it'll be attractive for recruits.